I've just spent the last 7 days exploring this beautiful Greek island, Corfu, and I've compiled what I believe to be some of the best things to do, the best places to see, the best places to eat, and of course the best beaches to swim in. So you can follow this itinerary directly, or you can use it to help plan your trip, or of course, just enjoy the video. But either way, close down your other web browsers and other travel guides, and let's get ready for 7 days in Corfu. Now, once you land at Corfu Airport, you're going to want to pick up a hire car so you can get to your hotel in the south of the island. Public transport is an option, but to make the most of this trip, I'd highly recommend a car so you don't feel under any pressure. Now, you're probably going to be hungry after starving yourself from the in-flight swill served by budget airlines. So head over to Aristos, which is a family-run Greek restaurant where the wife is the chef and the husband is the manager. You're obviously going to start with olives because you're in Corfu and that's what Corfu's famous for. First olive, here we go. It tastes exactly like the oil. It's very oily. But we let him order for us and boss man definitely delivered.
Swordfish.
I got garlic chicken, mum got swordfish, and my dad got
some Greek dish.
Now, as we head back to the hotel for an early night, we came across some clubs in Kavos, which we absolutely avoided. Social distancing definitely didn't exist, and it felt like COVID could really do its thing there.
Banging, innit?
For our first official day, we decided to do what Corfu is most famous for: hiking. So as you're walking on these hiking trails, you're going to see so many different mushrooms, different species of mushrooms. So if you like your mushrooms, there's plenty here. Now, to do the entire Corfu trail around the island, you'll need approximately 10 days. So we just decided to do a portion of it around Lake Coricion. Oh my god, look at this. This isn't even stable, this little bridge. Overall, it was great to start the trip with a bit of exercise, get lost in nature, and be absolutely eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Bye.
Now, we had to cut the hike short due to my dad's 80-year-old arthritic joints. He's 60, but at least the walk back along Issus Beach was pleasant, especially considering it was a nudist beach and everyone there was the same age as my dad. After finding a suitable walking stick for my dad, we were all feeling super peckish, so we started to head back to the car. On the way back though, we had to stop off to FaceTime my sister, where she told us that her COVID test came back positive. Poor cat. Now, for our late lunch at 4 PM, we headed over to the east side of the island to a restaurant recommended by The Telegraph.
Why don't you sit next to me, because I'm your wife? And then you can sit in the sun, because I'll move right up.
Oh, fine. So, in Greek culture, when you go to a restaurant, they invite you to the kitchen to actually see what they do behind the scenes, and also the fish that we're going to put in our food.
There it is.
Fish is beautiful.
Fish is beautiful. Yamas. This restaurant has some of the best olives that I've ever tasted in my entire life. The only way to eat them is by getting a few on your fork. So fresh. Honestly, amazing. There's this lovely little pier as well which you can walk down, see some boats, look out into Greece, mainland and Albania. It's really, really nice here. So for our second day here in Corfu, we're starting it off by doing a little bit of exploring of some of the old ruins. We're in Gardiki Castle right now, which in the 13th century was one of the 3 castles in Corfu which was used to protect Corfu. This is before the Venetian era. It is free to enter and the sun's out and there's nobody here, so you can't really go wrong if you're trying to see some ruins before you head to Marathias Beach. So let's do it. Now, Marathias Beach has been recognised as a blue flag beach, so spend a couple of hours here, have a splash about before grabbing some lunch at Siren's Cafe. Sounds cool, it's got music, apparently it's got really good cocktails, so let's do it. So we're eating at this lovely little beach part. It's called Sirens. It's on the water. It's really nice music, super themed. The burgers are great.
Chips, fantastic.
Chips.
Proper potatoes, not frozen ones.
Yeah. And that is why there's nothing left.
Next, let's head over to Benitzi's, a fishing village which is home to a beautiful harbour and also some more recognisable historical sites.
Just there is the pier where James Bond drove down in his Rolls Royce, I believe.
On the topic of James Bond, next we head over to the Aquilion Palace, which was another spot used in the film for your eyes only. And it's only a 20-minute drive, so, you know, come check out the balcony.
I'm meeting a man tonight at the casino who may give us a lead.
Apparently in the 90s this used to be a casino, which my mum and dad went to, and they... Huh? In the 80s it used to be a casino, and then when did it close down?
Oh, it said on there, 1983.
€10 to enter. You get an audio guide, which I don't like. €8 to enter if you're an old age pensioner. Now for dinner we're going to head back into the fishing village Benitzi's for some fresh fish bianco. Voila! It's got potatoes, garlic, onions, very garlicky, very peppery. It's beige and it looks like it's not going to be that delicious, but when you taste it, it's so full of flavour. Very, very impressed. If you're looking for somewhere to stay in the south of the island, I can highly suggest the Akati Mar in Kavos. The highlight is of course the poolside, but since it's newly renovated, you really get that brand new feeling in the rooms too. With a super modern interior design, spacious rooms and a tasty breakfast, you're almost guaranteed a great start to your day. Kavos Beach is on your doorstep with lots of restaurants and nightlife options too, so you'll never find a dull moment when staying here. Day 3 of our trip is going to be spent in Corfu Old Town. The most historic part of the island, you can really take in the English, Venetian and Parisian heritage which made up this town's construction. Get lost in the streets, visit the old fortress and really take your time here. Hungry? I've got the place. This is borikakia. It's an authentic Greek thing. What is it? Phyllo pastry. It's got like meat inside, spices, cheese.
Chili.
It's good. Chili. No, it's a bit like a meat samosa, a Greek version. And we ordered the grilled octopus and the bordetto, which is like a spicy fish dish. Really, really nice place to come to. It's in this nice little courtyard. The tables are all outside. You're not going to be sat in the sun, but it's a pleasant place to come and sit and enjoy a nice lunch with some wine.
Very authentic.
What she said. Let's continue walking around the old town and find one of the many stores selling Corfu's famous kumquats, which is
Mini oranges.
Very nice.
it's like a mini orange sweet treat with liquid inside, orange juice inside. It's like actual orange. Very, very nice. After checking out of your hotel, today we're going to make our way up to the north of the island where we're going to be spending the next 4 days. First stop, Kaiser's Throne, which has the best panoramic views on the entire island. After soaking up all there is to see, let's go for some lunch on Pelikas Beach. So we just had a lovely lunch at Spiros restaurant overlooking the beach. We had some delicious chicken souvlaki grilled, fresh Greek salads with some amazing feta cheese. Honestly, the Greeks do it better. The feta cheese over here is unlike any feta cheese that you'll have anywhere else.
Oh, it's just perfect.
It was just perfect. That is the biggest baklava
In the world.
I've ever seen. How is it? Is it okay?
After lunch, spend the rest of the afternoon here. The dogs love the beach as much as the people, soft sand, clear water, and just absolute vibes.
Amazing, crystal clear waters, warm, light breeze. Yeah, nothing better than this.
It really would be criminal coming to a Greek island and not doing as many of the beaches as possible. If anything, it's what Corfu is best known for. But when you're ready, let's head on up to our Airbnb in the north of the island. We spent 3 nights here and thought it was excellent value for money. Only £88 a night for 2 bedrooms with an ensuite, huge balcony and a barbecue and the most amazing view. I'll put a link in the description below for £40 or $50 off any booking with Airbnb. Bam, we're at Lamani restaurant. I ordered a prawn sagnaki, which is a very authentic Greek dish. Prawns, it's got tomato sauce, a garlic, a swordfish, and some grilled octopus, which is also really nice. I'm enjoying the food out here. Greek food, it's good. It's day 5, and today we're going to be visiting arguably the best beach in Corfu. So here we are in Afiyanos, which is the northwest part of the island, and we're going to hike down to Porto Timoni Beach. And by hike, I mean it's a 40-minute job, so 1,000,000% make sure you wear hiking boots, or at least something super sturdy, because I was wearing just trainers and I was sliding everywhere. But I've got to say, you are truly rewarded when you make it to the bottom. 2 incredible beaches to choose from, Pirate Beach or Porto Timoni, secluded and away from any infrastructure. This is Corfu at its best. But also there's no shops or no restaurants down at the bottom on the beach, so make sure you bring water, you bring snacks, because you're not going to be able to buy anything down here. I really should have brought my snorkeling shoes because, yeah, there's pebbles everywhere. Let's go under. You're probably going to be hungry from all that swimming, so grab your things and make your way to the top to Afiyanos restaurant. Always make sure you have a t-shirt if you come to a restaurant. Beach bars are the ones that you're allowed to wear nothing at. Restaurants, you have to wear a t-shirt. So I'm borrowing my mum's t-shirt. What do we reckon? Thumbs up or thumbs down? So we found Afiyanos restaurant and we ordered the stuffed peppers for starters. Fresh, beautiful, and we've got a great view to watch the sunset. We both had the beef stafado and you had the pasta sardo, 2 super Greek dishes, and probably one of the better meals of this entire trip, and we had an amazing sunset to watch. For our penultimate evening, it's still setting now, the view is spectacular. Can highly recommend this after being at Porto Timoni for your dinner. Great day. For the penultimate morning, we're going to be spending it in Cassiope. It's a charming Greek village with some restaurants on the harbour, a historic castle, and a few pleasant beaches to choose from. And look at this Calamonius beach. Not a single person in sight. It's just a long stretch of pebbly coastline in this lovely little cove. Some restaurants and shops just over there if you need them for your convenience, to grab some drinks from the mini market maybe. But the water is crystal clear here. After you finish your light lunch at Calamonius Beach, head back to the car and make a 10-minute drive over to Avlaki Beach for some more crystal clear waters. It's lovely. It's lovely and cold. Oh, see, as soon as you get your stomach in, that's when it hits you. Oh, let's get in there. There aren't any sun loungers here, so bring a towel because it is super pebbly. Next, we're going to move on to Kalami Beach for the rest of the afternoon. And there's something here for all you Gerald Durrell fans.
Gerald Durrell. Yeah. He was an author. He wrote My Family and Other Animals. Well, he came out here with his family when he was a child, and he grew up here, and he loved all the animals and spiders. And
He used to write about them in his book.
yeah, and it was hilarious. It's well worth a read.
So this is his house, is it?
The White House at Kalami Beach, and that's where we've ended up, and it's an absolute sun trap, and it's beautiful.
This is a great place to just come and have a drink, have a bite to eat. I really like this side of the island. I think this is my favourite part of the island, the northeast. It's a lot calmer, it's a lot more picturesque, the landscapes are nicer.
One thing I would say is, if you do come here, you are going to need to hire a sunbed. The beach isn't really appropriate for just putting your towel down. It's very pebbly, as all the beaches actually are on the northeastern side of the island. And an interesting thing is,
Go on.
you can actually hire boats from here.
Yeah, that is a thing to do in Corfu.
So here we are in Ducardis, which is where we are having dinner this evening at a place called Elizabeth's Tavern. And it was recommended in the Daily Telegraph. But this area, Ducardis, feels very, very like village-esque, like real Corfu, where the locals actually live. So for starters, again, I ordered the stuffed peppers filled with feta cheese, herbs. It's got paprika in there, I can definitely taste that.
This is so good. That is even better. She got the veal with garlic and more garlic.
This is a sofrito. There are very few meals that I can actually say that I would like to go on eating and eating and eating.
Just continue eating.
It's that delicious.
And this one is one of them.
That's why I give it 10 out of 10.
It is our final day in Corfu, and we haven't really spent much time in Palio Kastritsa. So today we're just going to stay local and start it off by visiting the monastery. There's some beautiful gardens here, a small chapel, and worth taking a look at if you're into culture. But next, let's head on down to the beach and grab some lunch at Nikos restaurant. We got the mixed seafood grill, the octopus was amazing, the olives so fresh. My dad got the Greek salad, that was great. But the best part of this restaurant of all is the view that you look out at.
And the monastery is up at the top, where we just came from.
Once you finish lunch, grab some snorkeling equipment from one of the shops, find a spot on the beach and make the most of your last day in the sun.
Let's do it.
Snorkeling here was a really beautiful experience. Aside from losing my mum.
Can't find my mum. I'm getting a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Really nervous.
And if you want to watch the full length video of that, you can by clicking the card at the top right of this video. But regardless, the water was super clear, wasn't too cold, and it was a lovely way to end the trip. I really hope this video has helped you in some way plan your trip to Corfu. If it has, please hit the like button below, it really helps. And if you want to see more from Corfu, click the link to the series here and let me know in the comments where you're planning to go away on your next trip, and I'll give you some travel tips if I have any. As always, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.